Hey guys, a couple questions came up and in regards to accessing MATLAB to do the assignments and for this course. The best way to do this if you don't already have access to MATLAB through your institution is to actually go to the Mathworks website, mathworks.com, and then go up here to the top right. And here you can do a sign in button. You click on a sign in. I already made an account, but what you would do, you would click sign in. And then when you go to the next page, it would ask you, you can just say create an account. To do that, to get an account, what you need to do is use an edu email or some kind of institutional email that's related to your school. And that way it will go through a kind of an authentication process. You put your information, say you're a student at this specific college or institution, and then you'll get an access code and it'll bring you back to the screen. Okay. Once you go through that process, again, sign in, create an account using your edu email. You'll come here, and then here there's a bunch of things on this Mathworks website you can play around with later on, but for the scope of this course, I'm going to click on MATLAB here. And in MATLAB here, this is going to be your interface. You have an option to link a license if you have a license. Currently, most likely you don't. There's a 30-day MATLAB trial you can use on your desktop. That's a good option. I would kind of shy away from that. My recommendation is to choose this middle one here, which is using MATLAB Online, and you get a limit of 20 hours every month. So it's continuous and it's free, and you get 20 hours of use every month. So far, I don't think I haven't gone over 20 hours in a month, but that's because I don't use it as often because I have a separate license. But you can go ahead and click on that. And then it'll again use your edu email to open up an environment. And this is the layout for the environment on the online account. It's a little different than the one that's on the desktop, but you could always change it. You can always go back to the layout here, put your command history if you want to do that in here. Right now it says docked, but I don't see it. So let me go ahead and dock it again. So it's right here, looks like. So you can change the way your layout is here and play it around with it like that. But this is how you access MATLAB online. Okay, so again, you go to mathworks.com, create an account, do your edu username. You do your edu username, and then you'll have access to this 20 hours per month access, and then you can start typing your code here. Okay, now with regards to doing your assignments, you have in the example problems, you have word problems I want you to work out by hand, but what I want you to do is only submit the code. So only submit the code, and I'll maybe discuss that later on. But this is how you access MATLAB via the mathworks.com website using your edu email, and you can play around with the settings here and change the layout to what you think is best, but this is the way to do it. Hopefully this helps and get you started on your assignments.